Carlos Correa has just signed with the Giants for 13 years, $350 million. This is a good deal for both sides, and it's breaking news, but I'm more here to talk about how smart Carlos Correa is. But first, let's go over the Giants side. Not going to spend too much time here. The Giants failed to make the postseason last year after being the 1 seed 2 years ago and losing, and they're mediocre. Their farm system's not great, not terrible, so it's not like they can build through the farm. So their front office is going in the all-in approach. They're competing to sign all the biggest guys, and they're having an all-in mentality. Whether you agree with that or not, that's up to you, and whether that's smart or not, who knows? I don't know if they should be going all in or not, but who am I? But whether you like it or not, they're going to spend money, and they want the big names, and they did that getting Carlos Correa. They were linked to Aaron Judge all offseason, but failed to get him, so they got the second biggest name in Carlos Correa. But for Carlos Correa, this was even smarter. First, I want to say his numbers last year. This is what the Giants were getting. 136 games, 291 batting average, 366 on-base percentage, 467 slugging, 834 OPS, 22 home runs in 136 games. Pretty good. Carlos Correa secured the bag and then some. In 2021, he kind of was a genius, and we all thought he looked stupid back then, but now he's smart. Let's backtrack to the end of the 2021 regular season. At the end of that season, he put up a 279, 366, 485, 850 OPS with 26 homers in 148 games. He played for the Astros and was a key part in their playoff runs, but the Astros were not expected to re-sign him. They had a lot of players to pay and a huge payroll, and they could afford to let him go. They still tried anyway, offering him a 6-year, $120 million offer. And he turned it down, obviously, because he's worth more than that. He then went into free agency. We all expected him to sign quickly because it was a lockout year, or it was a looming lockout, and all the other guys were signing really, really quickly. At first, we thought he was going to sign with the Tigers. They offered him a 10-year, $275 million deal, but he turned down that too. After that, a bunch of shortstops on the market ended up dropping because, Trevor Story ended up signing, Trey Turner re-signed with the Dodgers, and Javier Baez signed with the Tigers. And now it looked like the shortstop market was free. Who else really needed Correa that much? And we all thought, this was kind of a dumb move by Correa. Why not get a mega deal with the Tigers or with the Astros or with the Dodgers that they were rumored to? The season was almost starting. And right before the season, he signed a 4-year, $105 million deal with the Twins. Now, the contract is a bit misleading because even though it says 4 years, $105 million, he was not actually locked in for 4 years. He had an opt-out clause whenever he wanted. We all knew that he was probably going to opt out. Looking back at it, it was super smart him not signing that offseason. He likely knew that his value was sitting at his lowest that offseason compared to this offseason because there were way more shortstops on the market, meaning that there wasn't that much of a demand for him because it's not like all the teams were bidding on him because there was other shortstops and there was far more options. So why spend an arm and a leg to get Correa if you can just get it $30 million or $40 million cheaper with Javier Baez or Trevor Story? It seemed like the smart move to go. Correa played a year with the Twins, and then he opted out of his contract. He earned an extra $35 million because that 4-year, $105 million deal he signed with the Twins, that was $35.1 million a year. And then, in this offseason, he ended up signing a 13-year, $350 million deal with the Giants, fourth most of a shortstop of all time, lots of guaranteed money, $26.1 million per year. There's a bunch of no-trade clauses, and it's very smart. Carlos Correa, this is super smart for 2 reasons. One, you proved us all wrong. If he would have signed with the Tigers or the Astros or any other team that he was linked to, he would have earned a lot less. His deal with the Giants is worth more than the contracts he rejected from the Tigers and the Astros combined. Yeah, it shows what patience can do for you. He's also a genius because he didn't panic. Because people forget that he signed right before the regular season. He was the last big name free agent to go off for sure. It was almost the season and he signed. If he would have signed earlier with one of those teams, he would have earned less money. also his choice. He signed with a deal that he can opt out anytime. He basically just had a free $35 million pit stop before he went. He knew that the next offseason would earn him more money, so he stopped with the team and earned $35 million and went. You have to understand, he basically earned an extra $35 million from his contract. He kind of swindled the Twins. He didn't see any good deals he liked, and he wanted to sign next year, so he earned an extra $35 million and then signed a huge contract. You have to admire Carlos Correa. The things that he does to get more money and to be on a winning baseball team. Even though last year he had a bunch of offers, he turned it down and earned way more money, and by signing with the Twins, he earned an extra $35 million before he signed one of the biggest contracts in MLB history. If you like sports content like this, please subscribe because I try to post more often. If you like baseball content like this, it would mean a lot to me, so please subscribe. Yeah, bye. Check out my Trey Turner video.